Today, we're going to dive into an AI tool that tries to solve one of the biggest headaches in crypto grid trading. How do you take thousands of confusing data points and turn them into one simple command? Let's break down how MantisHFT Quant pulls it off. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the big dilemma every grid trader faces. Then, we'll meet the AI assistant built to fix it. We're going to explore its super cool cosmic scan feature, see how you can get a quick look at the whole market, and wrap things up by asking, what does this all mean for your next trade?
All right, so to really get why this tool is a big deal, we have to start with the problem itself. You see, grid trading offers this incredible promise, but it also comes with a hidden danger that every single trader needs to know about.
I mean, you've seen these, right? If you've ever been on Binance or bybit, you've seen these ads for neutral grid bots, flashing numbers like 1,000% APR. It's incredibly tempting, a huge promise of some pretty massive returns. But that promise immediately hits you with a massive question. How in the world do you find the perfect settings to actually capture that kind of profit while making sure you don't make one wrong move and get completely liquidated? That right there is the peril. So how do you solve that puzzle? Maximizing your potential gains while trying to keep your risk as low as possible? Well, this is exactly where an AI assistant comes into the picture, built from the ground up to give traders a real analytical edge. Let's meet MantisHFT Quant. The best way to think about this thing is like having your own personal data scientist on call 24/7. It's a free AI assistant that does all the heavy lifting for you. It taps into these super powerful quantitative models so you don't have to, and then it just gives you clear, simple insights you can actually use. Okay, so how does it actually do that? Well, the core of the tool is something they call a 3-in-1 cosmic scan, and it's this really unique way of looking at any coin from three totally different but totally critical angles. And you know what the best part is? Getting access to all this brain power is just ridiculously simple. You literally just type check and then the coin ticker, like BTC or SOL, and boom, the AI is off to the races. So this whole scan happens in 3 stages. First up, the Mars radar is all about finding the opportunity. Then the Venus radar swoops in to check for all the risks. And finally, the Jupiter radar comes in to basically fact-check the whole strategy with historical data. It's a full-blown strategic overview, and you get it in seconds. Let's start with that first step, opportunity. You can think of the Mars radar as your scout. Its whole job is to scan the entire market landscape to pinpoint the most promising grid trading setups out there. And it goes really deep. It's not just giving you settings, it's scoring them. It analyzes something called market elasticity, which is basically just a fancy way of saying how sensitive a coin's price is to buying and selling. And it even gives you this crazy history context to show you how that coin has acted when things got wild in the past. It's all about finding the potential upside. But, finding a great opportunity is only half the job, right? Next, you've got to protect your capital. And that is the entire mission of the second stage, the Venus radar. This is your defense system. It uses predictive models to try and sniff out flash crash risk before it happens. It measures how far the price has strayed from its normal behavior, and it gives you a live look at the long versus short positions in the market. This is the part that helps you stay away from that liquidation screen nobody wants to see. So you can really start to see the bot's philosophy here, can't you? It's a constant balancing act. Mars shows you the potential reward, the shiny object. But Venus is right there to remind you of the risk. Together, you get a complete picture of the trade-off. All right, the last part of this cosmic scan, the Jupiter radar. This is the ultimate reality check. Its job is to take the whole strategy and test it against cold, hard historical proof. This is where it all comes together. Jupiter takes those awesome-looking setups from Mars and stress tests them. It shows you what the safest setups would have been, it recommends the best leverage to use, and it literally shows you what the ROI would have looked like in the past. It gives you that final piece of data-backed confidence before you pull the trigger. Now, analyzing one coin at a time is powerful, for sure, but sometimes you need to zoom out. You need to see the entire forest, not just a single tree. And MantisHFT has a command that gives you that high-level view of the whole market in an instant. And to get that bird's-eye view of the entire battlefield, it's just one word: summary. You type that in and your focus instantly shifts from just one coin to all the market-wide trends and opportunities you might be missing. And look at what this summary gives you. It's 2 key things:
First, it pulls the top 8 performing grid setups from the entire market, which is an amazing place to start looking for ideas. And second, it shows you the top price movers, so you can see where all the action and momentum is right now. It's just a fantastic way to find opportunities you probably never see otherwise.
So, after breaking down all these different features, the radars, the summaries, all of it, what is the single biggest takeaway here? Well, it actually boils down to the power of one simple word.
This quote right here, this is the real game changer. Free and always be free. All of this power, the 3-part scan, the market summary, the deep quantitative analysis, it's all offered for free. And that just completely lowers the barrier for any trader out there to get their hands on some seriously sophisticated tools. And that kind of leaves us with one final big question for you to think about. As these powerful, free AI assistants become more and more common, are they shifting from being a nice little extra to an absolutely essential tool in your trading toolkit? It definitely makes you wonder what the future of trading is going to look like.